Oh, uh, here.
Have you ever spoken to someone, but felt like you were talking to a wall? You share your feelings, you tell a story, but the other person is looking at their phone. Or maybe they are looking at you, but their eyes are empty. They are planning what they want to say next. They are not listening to you. How does that feel? It feels lonely. It feels like you are not important. Now, imagine the opposite. Imagine speaking to someone who looks into your eyes. They nod. They understand exactly what you mean. When you finish speaking, you feel lighter. You feel understood. You feel connected. This is the power of active listening. It is a superpower that anyone can learn. Active listening is not just hearing sound. It is hearing the meaning. Today, through a simple story, we will learn how to do this. We will learn 3 secret keys: the focus, the mirror, and the bridge. Let us begin our story. It is a rainy Tuesday afternoon. The sky is gray, and rain hits the window of a small coffee shop. Inside, it is warm and smells like roasted coffee beans. 2 friends, Sarah and Mark, are sitting at a small round table. Sarah is calm. She has a warm smile. Mark, however, looks very stressed. His shoulders are tight. He is frowning. He is stirring his coffee nervously with a spoon. Clink, clink, clink. Mark sighs loudly. I do not know what to do, Sarah. My boss is giving me too much work. I have a presentation tomorrow, and I am not ready. I feel like I am going to fail. This is the moment. Most people would interrupt Mark here. They might say, "Oh, do not worry," or "You should just work harder." But Sarah is an active listener. She uses the first key, the focus. Sarah puts her phone away. She puts it in her bag, completely out of sight. She turns her body toward Mark. She looks him in the eyes. She does not speak yet. She just gives him her full attention. By doing this, she is saying, "You are important to me." Mark sees this. He stops stirring his coffee. He continues, "It is just. Nobody helps me. I have to do the research, the writing, and the design. It is too much for one person." Now, Sarah uses the second key, the mirror. This is also called paraphrasing. She does not give advice yet. Instead, she repeats Mark's thoughts in her own words. This acts like a mirror, showing Mark that she truly understands. Sarah says gently, "It sounds like you are feeling overwhelmed. You feel like you are carrying the whole team on your back." Mark's eyes widen. "Yes. Exactly. That is exactly how I feel. I feel like I am alone in this." Notice what happened. Mark felt a release of tension. Sarah understood the emotion, not just the facts. Now, the conversation goes deeper. Sarah needs more information to help Mark. She uses the third key, the bridge. These are clarifying questions. She does not ask yes or no questions. She asks questions that build a bridge to a deeper understanding. Sarah leans forward. What part of the presentation is making you the most nervous right now? Mark thinks for a moment. He looks out the window at the rain. Well, the writing is done. I think I am worried about the design. My slides look ugly. I am afraid the boss will think I am unprofessional. Sarah nods slowly. So, you are confident in your ideas, but you are afraid the visual part will ruin your hard work? Yes, Mark says. That is it. The energy at the table changes. Mark is no longer just complaining. He has identified the real problem. Because Sarah listened, Mark found the root of his stress. Sarah smiles. I can help you with the design, Mark. I have some time this evening. We can look at the slides together. Mark smiles back. The tension leaves his shoulders. Really? You would do that? Thank you, Sarah. That makes me feel so much better. Let's pause the story there. Did you see the magic? Sarah did not solve the problem immediately. First, she listened. She used the focus. She used body language. She looked at him. She used the mirror. She paraphrased his feelings. She said, "It sounds like you are." She used the bridge. She asked clarifying questions. She asked, "What do you mean by?" Or what part worries you? Because she listened actively, Mark felt safe. Because he felt safe, he could think clearly. Active listening requires patience. It requires you to be unselfish. You must stop thinking about your own response. You must surrender to the other person's story. Here is a challenge for you. The next time you have a conversation, try to be like Sarah. Step 1. Put your phone away. Look the person in the eye. Step 2. Do not interrupt. Let them finish. Step 3. Before you say your opinion, repeat what they said. Start your sentence with, "So, what I am hearing is," or, "It sounds like you feel." This will feel strange at first. You might feel like a parrot repeating words. But to the other person, it feels like love. It feels like respect. When we listen actively, we build trust. We resolve conflicts faster. We become better friends, better partners, and better leaders. The world is full of people talking. Be the one who listens. Remember the coffee shop. Remember the rain against the window. Remember how Mark went from stressed to relieved simply because Sarah offered him her ears and her heart. You have that same power. Now, go out and listen.